Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siasat.com English News. I'm Ayman Umar. The release of minority welfare budget and loan is woefully inadequate in Telangana state, which has affected important minority schemes during the last 4 years. These schemes include minorities' educational and economic progress, scholarship reimbursement, and self-employment loan schemes. The Telangana state government had announced the Dalit Bandhu scheme and started paying 10 lakh rupees to each Dalit family under a pilot project. Other communities are also demanding Dalit Bandhu-like schemes for their welfare. A review of the minority welfare budget during the last 7 years will indicate that the government had not released complete budget even for a single year. The main reason for the allocated amount not being released for minority budget is due to the lackadaisical attitude of finance department and disinterest of the minority welfare department officials. Rise in the seasonal diseases is being witnessed in Hyderabad due to the rainy season in the city. The schools are worried as most of the children who are attending the classes are showing symptoms of running nose, cold and cough. The teachers are also facing difficulties in deciding whether to allow such students to attend the classes amid the threat of the third wave of COVID-19. As per the instructions issued by the Education Department to the educational institutions, students who are showing symptoms such as fever, cold or cough should be immediately sent back home. As school authorities are struggling to ensure social distancing, especially during the lunch break, the majority of the government teachers are of the opinion that classes should be held with 50% of attendance. The All India Majlis-e-Ittihad al-Muslimin President Asaduddin Owaisi have said that the party will contest the 2022 assembly elections in Gujarat and the party has already started preparations for the polls. He said that the MIM state unit will finalize the number of seats to be contested in Gujarat, which has a bipolar politics for years with the Congress and the BJP as main contenders for power. Talking to reporters during his visit to Ahmedabad, Owaisi said the Hyderabad headquartered party will contest the elections with all its might and see to it that its candidates enter the 182-member assembly in Gujarat, being ruled by the BJP for more than 2 decades now. He said one of the purposes of his Ahmedabad visit is to discuss with the party's Gujarat unit preparation for the polls. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Tuesday has directed the State Transport Minister and the State Power Minister to bring proposals in the next cabinet meeting in order to recover from the financial crisis caused due to the COVID pandemic. The Transport Minister, Road Transport Corporation Chairman and other higher officials has requested the Chief Minister to help the RTC to come out of its financial crisis in the high-level review meeting held on Tuesday under the chairmanship of the CM at Pragati Bhavan. The transport officials informed the Chief Minister that since the price of diesel has increased by 22 rupees per litre in the last 1.5 years, RTC had to bear an additional loss of 550 crore rupees. The CM also discussed the issue of electricity in the state with the Energy Minister Jagadish Reddy and other officials. They said that like all other sectors, the electricity sector was also amidst heavy losses due to the COVID pandemic. India has recorded 26,964 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, the Union Health Ministry has informed on Wednesday. The number of active cases in the country now stands at 3,01,989, which is the lowest in 186 days. According to the ministry, active cases currently account for 0.9% of total cases, which is the lowest since March 2020. As many as 34,167 people has recovered from the COVID-19 infection in the last 24 hours, taking the recovery tally to 3,27,83,741. Meanwhile, India has administered 82,65,15,754 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine under the ongoing nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has again raised the Kashmir issue at the United Nations, but his statement was milder compared to those he made the previous 2 years. He said on Tuesday in his speech at the General Assembly Summit, in quote, "We maintain stand in favor of solving the ongoing problem of Kashmir for 74 years through proper dialogue between the parties and within the framework of the relevant United Nations resolution. But last year he had described the Kashmir situation as a burning issue and criticized the abolition of the special status of Kashmir. In his speech on Tuesday, Erdogan also made a mild reference to the problems faced by the Uyghur Muslim minority in China. Members of the Uyghur minority are being placed in camps and face restrictions on practicing their religion and their culture and language, overwhelmed by China's majority. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence has seized 2,988 kg of heroin worth 15,000 crore rupees from two containers at the Mundra port in Gujarat Kutch district and subsequently arrested a couple that runs an import firm from Chennai. The price of 1 kg of heroin is around 5 crore rupees in the international market. After getting credible information that the consignment is containing drugs from Afghanistan, DRI officers seized two containers and sent samples for examinations a few days back. A forensic analysis of the seized substance confirmed the presence of heroin, said an official. The consignment was imported by a trading company registered in Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. It was declared as semi-processed tall stones originating from Afghanistan and shipped from Bandar Abbas port in Iran to Mundra port in Gujarat. The Taliban-ruled Afghanistan has banned the broadcast of the hugely popular Indian Premier League in the country over the presence of female audience and spectators in stadiums. Ever since the Taliban takeover of the strife-torn country last month, the international sporting community has been concerned about the fundamentalist group's position on women participating in sports. Former Afghanistan cricket board media manager and journalist Ibrahim Mohammad said the live broadcast of the IPL matches was banned due to possible anti-Islamic content. Top Afghanistan cricketers like Rashid Khan, Mohammad Nabi and Mujibur Rahman are taking part in the IPL 2021. According to a media report, Afghanistan's new sports chief last week said that the Taliban will allow 400 sports but declined to say anything on women's participation. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.